All right, Thursday the 5th. This video is going to have two parts. First, a quick recap of trade alerts from last night. And then I'm going to answer the question that I'm asked fairly often, especially I guess now that I'm running the service. Why do you always say grab 20 ticks in a NASDAQ, 10 ticks gold and oil, 8 ticks in the S&P? Why do you push this idea of $100 per E-mini contract when you leave then so much on the table almost every day from the alerts that you post? There is just so much more that could be gotten. Almost every day, at least one instrument gets over $1,000 of potential profit. So, what is the deal with this 100? Um, as I will explain after the recaps, this $100 per contract per day is your answer to trading success. So stay tuned for that. Let's do a quick recap first. All right, so last night around 7:30, NASDAQ buy 11,028 and sell 10,946. Now, I also sent in screenshots as I was hitting $100 targets on different markets. So this was the NASDAQ, the 1128 buy, followed by the S&P, followed by gold, and then the sell-off in oil. But we're going to get all of those. Let's first start with the NASDAQ. So I did have a trader who trades the London Open, and I'll be the first to admit, lately the European Open has been rough, both on the Nasdaq and the S&P. It's just been tough. I mean, there was just no other way to put it. Maybe these two for now should be traded only during U.S. session, where there was really no issue. But anyway, so it looks like, I guess this would have been, well, would this have been a low? So the sell was at 46, and it looks like the low is like 41, 42. So yeah, so I guess he would gotten in this trade, not hit his $100 target, and got stopped here. And then, of course, there was another sell. Now, this sell was about 12 points, but I guess he would need to make up whatever loss he sustained first, and then he'd hit its target, and that might not have worked out. Then the long side came, and the high was 45. So from 28, I mean, again, a decent amount of points, but if you start already with the loss, this might not be enough to make it up. Now, I communicated with him after the big sell-off. He did tell me he was able to hit his target for the day. So, those who waited, I guess, for the big announcement at 8:30, they would have just hit their target immediately. He first had to make up his losses and then hit his target. Unless I'm wrong, though, I think he did do that, at least according to the way I understand his email. Now, if you actually waited for the open, 9:30, they could not quite get to the trigger. So it is possible if you waited for the actual open, you never got into this short. Anyway, let's see what's next. All right, so I have a gold chart here. So let's do the gold chart first and then do oil. So gold was a buy at 1863.8 or a sell at 1852.2. And that's the short that I took right over here as it broke 1852.2. So if we look on the chart, Globex Open would be a beautiful trade here on gold. Again, then came in, give you another $100 here, came up again, and then broke hard. Well, now it's trying to recover, but it's way too late in the day. So basically, the last opportunity to take a short would have been around 8 o'clock, a bit after 8 o'clock. So that was gold. Let's do the S&P next. S&P was a buy, 38.82, or a sell at 38.58. So I took a long above the buy level. So the S&P, again, kind of just like the NASDAQ, if we look at the London Open, just kind of got through and shut right up. So again, this would have been a losing trade if you traded it during London Open. Maybe, as I said, for the NASDAQ and the S&P for now, maybe just during, or at least close to US Open, because otherwise it's just bouncing around. On the long side, it did give you the 2 points you needed, which is where I took my long right over here. If we go back, let's see, it was this. But you see, I mean, I remember this trade almost 2 hours just to get 2 points to go your way. I did get some positive slippage on it, but it was just ridiculously long and just, I mean, the auto trader was handling it, but otherwise it would just be the most boring trade to watch. So I would definitely recommend just wait for the U.S. Open, or at least close to U.S. Open, before trading these two markets, because right after the news, it just broke. I mean, easily gave you whatever target you wanted here. Now it's rallying up again. But yeah, it just seems easier to trade the NASDAQ and the S&P during the US session. All right, finally, let's do oil. So oil was a buy at 74.10 or a sell at 73.19. And oil trade was this one here, the short side. So let's see on the chart. London Open, again, you see, no problem with oil. Would have definitely just given you your 10 ticks and done. And then US session broke through. This was my short. Broke through and again gave you way more than the 10 ticks you would need to hit your $100 target. Give you a number of opportunities to do that. So here, then again here, then again here, then broke to the upside, and again more than 10 ticks. Even though here it would have been kind of, for me at least, it would have been getting a bit too late in the day. I would not have taken this long, or definitely this long, but obviously it's working out. Before I go to the next part of this video, just an announcement. Again, tomorrow is going to be the last day for this room. There's going to be a new room. So far, I have 31 subscribers, and I said I'm not going to take more than 50 until every one of the original 50 is profitable. That's the thing. So I have 31 now, so there is still some room, and there are going to be a few things. Number one, I will probably, beginning next week, start adding 2 more instruments, the Russell and the Dow. And we're going to start trying the breakout box alerts. Now, those of you who are subscribers and have the BWT Precision Auto Trader, email me so I can send you the template that I use, because obviously we need to have the same exact template, the same exact time frame, and everything. So as I mentioned before, you will stay on sim. Please stay on sim with that, because it is really challenging to send the prices before they actually occur and then not be able to adjust the box. Once I send you these prices, they're going to stay. So that takes some of the effectiveness away from that trading approach. So we need to see first if it's something that actually works before we will attempt to go live with that. So yeah, so email me so I can send you the template. Yes, you can trade it without the auto trader. You can simply use the numbers I give you in real time. It's just that I just think it's a bit easier. So, but definitely, if you don't have the auto trader, you can still participate in those trades again on Sim. So what else? Okay, no. So let me get ready, and I'm gonna do the second half of this video. Why $100 per trade? So, formula: $100 per contract per day equals $30,000 a month. So what is this all about? I mean, I'm bad at math, but this is really bad. What am I talking about? So this formula was taught to me. I did not come up with it. This formula was taught to me by a trader who I have a great deal of respect for. Unfortunately, he passed away a number of years back. But he taught me this idea. And at the time when he taught me, I think the only prop firm around, at least the most famous one, was Top Step. And I'm pretty sure at the time they only allowed one funded account. So when he taught this to me, this was supposed to be a regular brokerage account, my own money. And I think what makes it easier nowadays is that there are prop firms that will allow you to have multiple accounts. So this formula becomes even easier. I did a similar video on a different channel, but I really want to kind of dig into this now, really explain this, and just answer this question: why do I always say grab your $100 and grow your account? So let's start. All right, so how does this formula work? So first of all, you need obviously a methodology, and in this case, since you are a subscriber, you have a methodology, and that's something I will be constantly working with you on to really learn how to get the most out of it, because every instrument pretty much every day is going to give you your goal for the day anyway. But even if you have a methodology, you still need to write down your rules. Whatever those rules are, you need to write them down. If you need help, I can help you with that. You must keep a journal. And here's the thing: the first 2 months you are on Sim, and most of you will completely ignore this. And I cannot emphasize how essential this is, because it's not about making money at this point. It's about creating a foundation that will allow you to make money. You have your rules, you're going to keep a journal of every trade, and you are on Sim for 2 months. And what I was taught was, if you mess up any of your rules, and you know if you mess them up because you're keeping a journal, you get to start again. So for a month and 29 days, you are fine. On the month and 30th day, you mess up, you're starting again. Very hard, very tough love, but wow, it will change the way you approach trading. All right, now here is the key. You will trade one E-mini for every 3,000 available in drawdown. Now, if you have a prop firm account, I think pretty much all of them have a trailing stop. Some of them have a daily, like end of day trailing stop. Some of them it's in real time, but they all have a trailing drawdown. So this means that if you're trading one contract and you're targeting $100 a day, it's going to take you 30 days to make $3,000. If you are trading your own money, at this point, you already have $6,000 and you can move on to two contracts. But if it's a prop account, because it's a trailing drawdown, you still have only 3,000 available. until you go beyond the threshold, right? So if it's a $50,000 account, once you reach 53,000, your drawdown is still $3,000. It's at 50,000. You cannot go below 50,000 or 50,100. I think Lilu has it like that. It's 50,100. So after the first 30 days, you're still staying with one contract. You need another 30 days to make another 3,000, and now you have $6,000, which allows you to go to two contracts. With two contracts, getting at $100 a day, it will take you 15 days to make another 3,000. Now you have 9,000 available in drawdown, which will give you the right to go to three contracts at $100 a day, which is 10 days to make another 3,000. So after how many days then? After 60, 75, 95 days, call it 100, because there was slippage and commissions and all the good stuff. So let's say after 100 days, which is just 5 months, you are trading three contracts and generating $6,000 a month. Now, if you have a funded account, which I think most of you, that's what you want, and actually that's what I have. I do not trade my own money, and I think it's beneficial. So you do not take any withdrawals at all until you have enough money in that account, so then after the payout, you still have $10,000 available for drawdown. So for example, if it's a $50,000 account, you want it for, and let's say after 5 months, let's say the balance is 62,000, you only take out 2,000. You leave 10 in there. Why? So you'll continue to trade three contracts a day for $100 each day to keep generating $6,000. Now, with the other 2,000, now you can go and purchase another 4 accounts. You're going to purchase another 4 accounts and do the same exact thing. So why 4 accounts? It doesn't have to be 4 accounts. This example has 5 contracts at the end of this journey. And why wait? Why not just do it all together? Why take first one? Well, again, you don't have to. My idea is, why use your own money? Because the evaluation accounts cost money, even though they're so cheap nowadays because they have those crazy sales. But then once you get funded, right, there are fees to be paid. So I say, why pay with your own money? Pay with their money. So you go and you purchase 4 more accounts, and with the help of a copier. Now, a copier is something you have to be careful with. While I completely trust the BWT Autotrader and I can just leave it to trade, I would never leave a copier without supervision. I've seen some strange stuff happen. So you always want to keep an eye on the copier. I think the technology is not quite there yet. They really don't work quite right. So you really got to keep an eye. You would go through the same exact process for another 100 days, so another 5 months, with those 4 accounts. But the difference is, one of those accounts, your original account, is already bringing you money. So nothing comes out of your pocket and you are generating some income. But here is the beautiful thing, going back to the previous formula, right? So if you make $6,000 a month with one of these accounts, within another 5 months, so now we're talking 10 months, you have 5 accounts where you are generating $6,000 in each. And that gives you $30,000 a month. What? So where could things go wrong? um, People, it just, once you have money available, you want to withdraw it. So you want to pay out, and then you constantly um, have just enough to cover the initial drawdown, and that doesn't allow you to grow. So to grow, you need to leave your money there and grow your account. Another thing is most traders really do not keep a journal. I still keep a journal every single day. Most traders do not write down their rules. My rules are written on the whiteboard right in front of my computer. I look at them every day. Most traders do not have a proven methodology. And as I said, this is where I come in. I will work with you to make sure that at least from my part, that you are successful. Obviously, I have no control over you. And I don't want to control over you. So, but a lot has to come from you. I'm only here to help. Most of the work is done by you because at the end of the day, you are the one in front of the screen placing trades. Um, and what most of you will not do, this idea of sim for 2 months, because you say, well, evaluations accounts are so cheap, I might as well try an evaluation account. But then this is the frame of mind, I'm going to try it, so what if I fail? And that is just not the right approach. Failure should not be an option. The commitment should be, I will succeed. It's not a maybe, it will happen. Um, and this time, these 2 months in sim, when you trading the way I'm going to show you, um, if you do it in sim, you will witness and experience pretty much every possibility, every situation. Because even though after the fact, it's very easy to look at the recap and say, well, look, there was all this available, right? When things happen in real time, it's very different. When things happen in real time and you don't have enough experience under your belt, you didn't witness enough, you weren't you did not recover enough times, because I recover also. I have losing trades as well. But I don't panic because I pretty much know what to expect. It's the same. It's the same thing every day. Um, but to get there, it's not enough to just listen to what I say. You actually need to experience it, and you need to experience it without the idea of I want to make money. The money will come within 12 months. If you follow this formula, the money will come. But you first need the foundation. Um, so that is why I am pushing the idea of $100 a day. And by the way, I'm showing all these screenshots. So this is 400 a day. My exact for today, I think, with these trades was like 467 or something, or 457, something like that. I actually mean just $100 a day, not 100 per instrument, because guys, every time you go to the well, you're taking a chance of falling in, right? So you're not there yet. I say be selective. Look, I'm going to give you a lot of different opportunities to make 100 a day. Be selective. Once you have your $100, you're shutting the machine, you go and you read the book, you go for a bike ride, you go and you fix your sink. All right? Leave the computer alone. Just leave. And get this idea of this is a 10 to 12 month plan, and all I want to do is to make 100 a day, or let's call it um, the equivalent of that. So if you're doing micros, it would be less. So but it's 20 ticks on the NASDAQ, it's 10 ticks gold or oil, and it's 8 ticks on the S&P. Um, So ask me questions in the comments if this helped you in any way. Again, I always appreciate a like. I always appreciate a comment. Yeah, so once again, tonight are gonna be numbers again, and good luck tomorrow.